is America National News.
Right now, Americans are moving westward across the continent and will eventually reach the Pacific Ocean. Some go for economic reasons, while others go for the adventure the West promises.
The Americans brought their ideals and attitudes into areas already occupied by Mexico and Great Britain, and this has caused a diplomatic crisis. And now to Lindsay for an update on the Irish immigration.
I am here with Scotty O'Neill to answer our burning questions about the Irish immigration to the United States. So, Scotty, tell me, why are you here?
Last year in 45A, a potato farm became infected with the growing potato blight in Ireland. Our family didn't have much, and we heard that a lot of our neighbours were leaving for America. So we packed up our Celtic flags and jumped on the boat.
How has your life been since you moved to America?
Well, I found out that many of my friends died in the coffin ships while crossing the Atlantic, but we made it and I found work on the Erie Canal.
And how has your family adjusted to this move?
My wife loves it here. She and her friends are all employed, and with all of the possibilities out there for them, they've gained a lot more power than they had back home.
Thanks for being here with us today, Scotty, and good luck. Back to you, Emily and Sarah.
Thanks, Lindsay, and now for an inside scoop on westward movement. Many people are beginning to move to the west in a quest for more land along the Oregon Trail. Their journey is more than 2,000 miles long, and we were told that it will not be easy. Over the 5 to 6 months of traveling, most of them will end up starving or becoming very ill. We've already heard of multiple cases of Oregon fever because of the long and difficult travel.
The trail is filled with wagons, family, friends, and horses, and they're all hoping to make it to the west. But because of frequent outbreaks of diseases, it's making the journey much more difficult. And now here's Jeffrey with a traffic update.
The Oregon Trail is a little bit congested today, and if you're planning to taking this trail, just remember to pack extra and extra blanket because it's gonna get really cold out.
Thanks, Jeffrey. And now here's some information on the Mexican War.
Breaking news, the war with the Republic of Mexico is finally over after 2 long years since June of 1846. The border of Texas, our 28th state, was finally agreed upon with Mexico in the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. America also gained California, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah for $15 million in exchange. Here is a clip that our cameraman captured during the final American victory against Mexico.
Special report on the gold rush.
I'm here at Sutter's Mill in Coloma, California, where just a few weeks ago on January 24th, James Marshall struck gold. The year of 48 will go down in history as the beginning of the gold rush. People are flocking from all over to the golden grounds of California where they will take their claim to riches. They're even talking about creating a transcontinental railroad and making California a real state in America. The gold around here used to be so thick that you could pick it up off the ground, but now people are panning in rivers and streams like I am here today. Here's some nuggets I've collected. Back to you, Emily and Sarah.
Next we have Lindsay talking about the Seneca Falls Convention.
I'm here at Westland Methodist Church, where the Seneca Falls Convention began yesterday, July 19th, and is continuing today. Right now, a crowd of about 300 people are gathered inside conversing about the civil, social, and religious rights of women. Hello, do you have anything to say about this convention? I am Elizabeth Caddyston, and this convention right here is a revolutionary beginning to the struggle by women to gain complete equality with men. This isn't just a small step in continuing of women's efforts. This has given many of us women the courage to step out as well as fight for our rights. I can guess that there are many more women's rights conventions to come that will be inspired by this one. Thank you very much. You're welcome. This just in. I have received news that a heated debate broke out regarding women's right to vote, but it has been resolved and the suffrage resolution has been retained. And many attendees are now signing the Declaration of Sentiments written by Stanton prior to the event. I will get back to you later with more details as the convention convenes. Back to you, Sarah and Emily.
Thanks, Lindsay. Communities all over America have been attempting to create utopian societies. The Shakers represent one of the most successful utopian communities in the history of our great nation. They are called the Shakers because while worshiping, they participate in spontaneous dancing that consists of shaking their entire body. Here's a clip of a worship circle in the Shaker community.
Con los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
This community was founded in England by a woman named Anne Lee. At first, 9 Shakers immigrated into America and lived in New York until they could raise enough money to buy a piece of land for themselves in the western New York state, which they called NEWSCAST.
There, they built the very first Shaker community in America, and eventually their communities grew to around 18 and stretched from Maine to Kentucky. Thanks for joining us on American National News. Tune in next week for our 2-hour special on the Civil War.